I'm Anthony Kuo from the Irvine City Council. Irvine turns 50 this year. We're taking the opportunity to highlight individuals who grew up here and are continuing to provide leadership in our community. Preston Powell and Kyle McHenry are graduates of the Irvine Unified School District. IUSD has for years provided a stellar education in STEM and other fields. Today, we'll hear how that program has provided Preston and Kyle with the tools they need to be successful entrepreneurs in our community and how they're giving back.
My name's Preston Powell. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Webserv.
I'm Kyle. I'm the CEO for Webserv. I like Irvine. I love our company. I love how it came to be, and I think it's a really good story. I've lived here my whole life pretty much. I was born in La Jolla, and then my family in '91 moved to Irvine, and we live in, my dad lives in Woodbridge, and so I went to Alderwood Basics Plus, which isn't there anymore, and then Lakeside, which is still there, and then Woodbridge High School, which is there and growing.
Yeah, for me it was, I went to middle school and high school here, and by that time I was getting into trouble.
I remember growing up in the orange groves. You remember all the orange groves? And so I remember Irvine when it was like less people and more oranges, and growing up here was actually pretty fun. Like, we had a good time, and we got hassled by the cops sometimes, and actually, when I was young, I did not like the police, because they'd give me a helmet ticket, cigarette ticket, And recently we had experiences with Mike Hamill and Cord Blevins and those guys. We had a Lamborghini get stolen, and if it wasn't for Mike Hamill and Cord, we wouldn't have gotten it back. So I don't know, come full circle right now. Give me a ticket, I'll pay the ticket. I'd love to pay the ticket, you know what I mean?
I think of Irvine, some people don't like it, but I always liked it because of a lot of the things that Kyle said. I consider it like a really good home base. I live less than a mile from where we are right now.
I think that growing up here, you have a degree of personal responsibility and responsibility to community that if you saw the people around you not modeling that, you probably wouldn't have that. I've been sober since June 21st of 2010, so I got, I did all those things that go along with that, jail, rehab, the whole thing. And I got sober and started a business in Costa Mesa, right down the street. And I had just bought a new car. I had bought I looked pretty good because I'd just come from work, so.
We met up in Laguna Beach, and at the time I was kind of figuring out what the next chapter in my life would look like. I was in a hotel in Laguna Beach. I had just come from Utah. I wanted to, move back here, but I didn't really have my life together. So I ended up going to rehab because the way Kyle was kind of inspired me to do a little bit better. And so I asked him for a job at his other company. He told me no, but I kept asking, and he's like, you know what, fine, I'll give you an unpaid internship. I had a background in marketing, and some of his clients needed some help with their marketing. So this company was born. We're a digital marketing agency. We work with a lot of different healthcare providers, behavioral healthcare like rehabs, mental health facilities. We work with plastic surgeons, attorneys. We provide mostly search marketing, so like search engine optimization, show up higher on Google, or pay-per-click advertising on Google search. That's been like a really cool blessing. When we started, I had a background in some of the pay-per-click advertising stuff and just kind of learned the SEO along the way. I hired people and I went to that course at UCI to learn a little bit more about web development. And you know, the stuff that we do, like if you go to school to get a marketing degree, they don't really teach you. So you really have to have people that are passionate about it. And the cool thing about Irvine and just the surrounding area is that the talent is really good. You know, so there's a few places in the United States that you can do this well, and you know, Orange County, Irvine is one of them.